What's up, everybody? Welcome to All Things Superman. In this video today, I want to talk about all of the things that will have a significant effect or impact on the upcoming movie Justice League. Now, first things first, let's talk about the big elephant in the room, which is the movie Thor Ragnarok. Now, just last night, they began the first screenings of the movie Thor Ragnarok. And the buzz that is coming out of it is crazy. It's like crazy positive. Everybody is loving the movie. Even some of the critics that people are naming that usually just, bash movies, they are in support of Thor Ragnarok and they love the movie. And they're actually going to be doing another screening tonight where they'll get more people, more movie pundits, more movie critics and things like that going into the movie to see it. And it's expected that the buzz from that will be off the charts as well. Now, as you know, Thor Ragnarok is coming out only 2 weeks before the movie Justice League. So what that means is that Thor Ragnarok will be going into its third weekend when Justice League starts. Now, typically we don't have to worry too much about movies that are going into their third weekend competing with the movie on its release date. That's usually something that we don't have to worry about. But with all of the positive reviews and buzz that's already coming out about the movie Thor Ragnarok, and it's a Marvel movie. Marvel has a great track record. They have done really well with their movies, and people expect to see a great movie from Marvel. But with all of this buzz that's coming out, all of the positive buzz that's coming out about this movie, we're going to be seeing this movie have some legs going into its second and third weekends. Now, of course, it's going to be a drop-off. Everybody's going to go see the movie probably the first weekend, all of the people who really want to see it, and then those left over will probably see it that second weekend. So we still generally will be okay with Justice League, but I think what's going to happen is because this movie is getting such positive reviews already, they've only had one screening, because it's getting such positive reviews, it's going to have legs on into that third and fourth weekend, which is going to have some sort of an effect on Justice League numbers. Now, also what they're doing with this new Thor Ragnarok movie is they are lifting the embargo a full 2 weeks before the movie's release date to allow the movie critics and the movie pundits to actually talk about and review the movie. Now, a full 2 weeks before the movie starts to lift an embargo, that's something that's non-typical of embargoes. Usually it's about 4 or 5 days before the movie comes out. If it's released on a Friday, sometimes it's maybe a week before, maybe like the Friday. If they, expect some good buzz from the movie, if the movie's tracking well, then they'll do it really early. But typically it's about 4 to 5 days. So you'll probably see an embargo lifted like on a Monday or Tuesday for a movie that's going to be released on Friday. Now, what this means in terms of the effect that it's going to have on Justice League is going to have to pick up its traction. The trailer that we just got yesterday, as I'm filming this video, the supposed last trailer that we just got yesterday, it was well received. Everybody thought the trailer was pretty good, but it didn't blow anybody away. Everybody just agreed that this was a pretty good trailer. It wasn't like, oh my God, it's a lot of the action and stuff that we've seen before. Not really a whole lot of new stuff. Still a lot of Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, Aquaman fighting. We got a chance to see that beautiful scene at the beginning of Clark and Lois, where she was having the dream. So it was a really good trailer. But with all of the buzz that's coming out with Thor Ragnarok, and also we're about to get a new Star Wars trailer tonight. So all of this stuff is going to really overshadow the marketing for Justice League that's coming out only 2 weeks after Thor Ragnarok. So Warner Brothers, we're really going to have to ramp up our marketing to get this movie where it should be. I hope that, we come out with a new trailer for Justice League movie maybe a couple of weeks before the movie is released, right around the time that Thor is in the movie. I don't even think it would be a bad idea to do a Justice League trailer during the Thor release movie. I don't even think that'll be a bad idea. Matter of fact, if they're smart, they actually may consider doing that. Now, as I previously mentioned, we're also getting a new Star Wars trailer a couple of hours from now, from the time that I'm actually filming this video. In a couple of hours, we're going to get that new Star Wars trailer. And the Star Wars fans, they are hardcore fans. All of the attention is going to shift toward that Star Wars movie. And some of that attention is going to go also to the Thor Ragnarok reviews and all of the buzz that's coming out by it. So with Justice League coming out, again, we have to ramp up that marketing. We have to get some stuff out there. We have to get those those typical marketing things out there so that people know about this movie and that people know this is going to be a really good movie. Now, also, the last time we had a Marvel movie and a DC movie back to back like that was Batman versus Superman, and then Captain America Civil War came a couple of weeks later. Now, we had the fortune with Warner Brothers and Batman versus Superman that it came out 2 weeks prior. But generally speaking, Captain America Civil War was more well received by critics and the audience, a bit more than Batman versus Superman was. So if we have any of that sort of leftover, I guess, stench, for the lack of a better word, leftover stench from those two movies being back to back last time, and now we have another movie, two movies like that, Thor Ragnarok and Justice League coming out back to back like that, people are going to be more apt to go see Thor Ragnarok, the general movie going audience. Now, again, this is a Justice League movie. I'm not sleeping on this movie at all. I don't think you should either. Justice League is one of these movies that a lot of us have been waiting to see our entire lives. To see all of these, iconic DC heroes on screen, fighting a villain, Superman coming back, the death of Superman. We know he's going to come back alive. That's a really big plot point that we're going to get out of this new Justice League movie. I think it's going to put Superman back on his throne as sort of the king of superheroes. So I think that's going to be really good. So I don't want to sleep on this movie, but marketing is the key. So as I stated, we really do have to ramp up this marketing, get this, Justice League movie in front of people, get it in front of people, get people buzzing about it the same way that Thor Ragnarok is doing. Also, it wouldn't be a bad idea to start doing some early reviews and early screenings of Justice League as well. That's going to be one of the things that's competing with Marvel. The whole, they released their embargo 2 weeks early. They start reviewing their movie, a whole 3 weeks, almost a month before their movie was released. And, if DC doesn't do the same thing, people are going to start throwing up those red flags. Oh my God, what's going on with DC? Marvel did this. Why isn't DC doing it? And it really could just be a different strategy in their marketing. Doesn't necessarily mean anything is wrong. But people just are going to start comparing that in their minds because we still have this whole Marvel versus DC thing going on. So people in their minds are still going to be comparing those two things. Now, all of that said, I am so looking forward to Justice League. I'm also looking forward to seeing a good Thor movie. I hear it's one of the funniest Marvel movies that was ever made, that everybody's pretty much laughing from start to finish, that this is basically a comedy that doesn't take itself too seriously. That's what everybody's saying about Thor Ragnarok. So I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. But Justice League is a movie for me that I've literally been waiting my entire life to see. Batman vs. Superman was one of those movies too, but Justice League is really number one for me, to have all of these iconic characters on screen fighting with each other, fighting together, showing the story of how they came together, what they're going to do in the future, and all of that kind of stuff. That's a movie I've been waiting to see for a long, long time. And it just really makes for a really good team-up movie. The last team-up movie we had was Captain America Civil War, but in a lot of ways it was an Avengers movie. All of the Avengers was in that movie. So we still have the Avengers and we still have Justice League. And I think those two movies are going to be sort of comparison with each other as far as numbers, as what each one did and what Justice League does and all of this kind of stuff, although it's somewhat kind of comparing apples to oranges, but there also are a lot of similarities as well. So again, I'm really looking forward to Justice League movie. As it stands right now, we're only about 35 days or so out from the new Justice League movie. I can't wait to see it. I'm buying my tickets as soon as they go on pre-sale. I'm going to be in the movie theater opening night to see it with everybody. I'm probably going to be kind of spazzed out in my, Justice League attire, do a little cosplay or something like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. But please let me know, what do you guys think about this whole marketing thing that's happening now with Thor Ragnarok and all of the buzz that is coming out about that, and all of the positive buzz and how it's going to overshadow or possibly overshadow the marketing for Justice League and all of the things that's coming up with DC, because we still don't even know if we're going to get a new trailer or not. Some people are saying we don't know yet, so we'll see. But you guys jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thinking about this. We can talk about it more in the comment section. And as we're getting closer to the release of Justice League, I'm going to be putting out a lot more videos. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you go subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video.